Protests happening right now. This was earlier today at the Brooklyn Bridge. It's our understanding that they have made their way into Manhattan now, and they're outside City Hall. All of this unfolding as New York City's deadline for the entire municipal workforce to be vaccinated approaches.
Yeah, just 24 hours ago, chaos erupting outside the Barclays Center. Many came out to protest New York's vaccine mandates and to support the Nets guard, Kyrie Irving. Yes,
thousands of unvaccinated city employees. They have until November 1st to get their first vaccine dose, or they face being placed on unpaid leave. Joining us now to discuss, candidate for city council in New York's 5th district, Mark Foley. Mark, thank you very much for joining us. Overall, your take on all of these protests that we're seeing specifically here in New York City.
Sure. First, thank you, Heather and Bob, for having me on. We've seen this really all over the world for months now. People are protesting mandates. Now, look, I'm pro-vaccine, I'm vaccinated, but I believe that should be your choice, period. I personally know people who have, one friend of mine is a younger person, healthy in every other way, but his doctor told him that if he gets the shot, he risks going into anaphylactic shock. I also have a very good friend who's an observant Jew, has never had any type of vaccine, and it violates her religious teachings and beliefs. And, they should not be forced to do this. I support protest. I support peaceful protest. It certainly looked like the Barclays Center started to get a little bit out of control. And again, peaceful protest is one of the bedrock principles of our society.
Yeah, let's take a look at something John Oliver from HBO said. He was roasting the cops who are protesting vaccine mandates. Listen to what he said.
Because when officers are asked to follow simple rules or face consequences, a not insignificant amount of them flip their So you know what? If an officer wants to quit over this, let them. Let the individuals who clearly don't care about public safety stop being in charge of public safety. It is really that simple.
You know, Mark, one thing I did notice, I don't know if we have it anywhere here, but Governor DeSantis in Florida is saying, we'll give $5,000 bonus for people to come work in Florida. That may be a trend. I mean, you're looking here at people who are objecting to the policy. And by the way, legally, this may even hold up. We have seen this, but this is a political issue and a very personal one for a lot of people.
It has become political, and that's too bad because it's really about personal freedom, personal choice. And nobody has suggested that people are deliberately trying to infect someone. I mean, I've heard all kinds of arguments for that. If you're vaccinated, you're protected. If you don't feel safe, wear a mask. It's unconscionable how we're demonizing police. And that clip you just played. A year ago, we were touting them as heroes. I was banging pots and pans out our window at 7 o'clock at night. Healthcare professionals as well. They were in the belly of the beast. They were out there working, surrounded by COVID, when there was not a vaccine. And now we're saying, F you, fire them? I think it was just this morning, Noam Chomsky came out and he said we should separate people and segregate them based on their vaccination status. He was asked, well, what would you do about feeding them? He said, that's their problem. How have we come to this in a society that it's almost become like a religious belief, and it's unfortunately become down political lines. Yeah. Now, I don't think the healthcare professionals that are avoiding this shot don't know what they're talking about.
Right. And we don't even have to get into that argument, Mark, because I think, as you said yourself, you're not anti-vaccine. You've had the vaccine. I have as well. But that doesn't mean you're pro-mandate. You're even suggesting you don't have to have a reason that's religious. You don't have to have a medical reason. You can just decide it. I believe that's what you're saying, but that's not.
That's correct. And
so, unfortunately, we're out of time here, Mark. I just wanted to sum it up and let you have your say on it. We appreciate you joining us, Mark Foley. Thank you.
Thank you. Good hope to see you.